Today I am very, very excited. And you want to know the reason why? The reason for that is because I'm going to my very first convention. That is right, I'm going to my very first convention. I saw that MCM London was coming up in 2 weeks and I was like, you know what, I got nothing planned that weekend, why not go? No, I'm going for the whole 3 days, so should be a good time. And then YouTubers that I follow on just started tweeting that I'm going to MCM London, I'm going to MCM London, I'm going to MCM London. I was like, oh my god, Connor, CDawgVA, Joey the Anime Man, Garnt Gigguk, Sydney from Sydsnap, John from Super Eyepatch Wolf, you know? These are some big YouTubers that I absolutely love their channels, and you know, TrashTaste, we got all three of the boys. I was like, yes, get in there, come on. Like, yes, all the Americans fans are like, damn, we wanted to get them first. UK fans, we get them first because of the wedding strats. That's right, we got the wedding strats right now. Garnt and Sydney's wedding pulling through for the UK fans. Oh, the wedding straps. Oh, I love the wedding straps. Oh, and Garnt and Sydney, this is probably going to be released after you got married, but congratulations. Hope you had a good day, you know. Well, lots of pie, lots of drinking. Sydney probably got wasted, yeah. So yeah, so I'm very, very excited right now. So this will be an interesting experience for me. And yeah, hopefully it'll be really good. And fingers crossed everything goes well. So I'll see you all guys in a minute. See you on Friday. I'm back, guys. Just got back a few hours ago from first day at MCM London Comic Con, and I've got to say, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. There were some issues along the way. I'll say that. It was just so fun to see all these anime and comic geek culture stuff just like all in one place. You just don't get that normally. Now the convention itself was really good. I got to go to the Avatar panel, which was great. That was with Dante Basco, who's the voice actor of Zuko, and Varney, who's the voice actress for Korra. So they were both hosting that panel. So it was them sort of doing a bit of banter at the beginning, and it was basically just a Q&A. And it was quite nice, you know, getting a bit of insights behind the scenes into both Avatar The Last Airbender and Korra. So I found it really interesting. So when I got out of the panel, I was planning to go and get an autograph from Connor, CDawgVA, and Joey the Anime Man. That did not happen. So the queue for the autographs from Joey and Connor was ridiculous. It was like 10 times as long as any of the other queues for like the voice actors. Now that's probably because it's free, so people aren't having to pay money for it, so that's obviously why it's probably a lot more. But it was ridiculous, and this was on a Friday, so I dread to think of what it's going to be like on Saturday. Dear God, I mean, because that's fully booked out. I really think it's going to be chaotic, and it's going to be a massacre. I'm going to be honest, I think it's going to be a massacre tomorrow. Second, apparently they only had 30 minutes left of doing autographs, so there wasn't probably much point in getting in the queue because I wouldn't have gone to them in that time. And thirdly is that you weren't actually queuing up for them individually, they were actually together. And so on the Saturday, that would also include Garnt. So since I thought, you know what, if I'm queuing for all three of them, I might as well just go on the Saturday and try for, fingers crossed, hopefully get in on the Saturday to get their autograph. But I did get to see them from a distance though. So while I was having my lunch, I was having a tuna melt, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw, who was that? Joey and Connor walking down the hallway, heading into one of the entrances for the convention. I was like, oh my god, it's Joey and Connor, I gotta get a picture. So I was like trying to scramble up, grab my phone. Now obviously I couldn't, to go up to them. I mean, I was eating my tuna melt, I can't leave my tuna melt. And I was like, okay, I gotta put down the tuna melt for a minute. Okay, grab the phone, right, take a few snaps, snap, you know, do the whole thing. I bought a few things from Comic Con that I thought I'd show you guys what I got. So one of the artists I got printouts from was a lady called BlueFayt. I bought 2 printouts from. So the first one is this beautiful Berserk one featuring Guts and Griffith. Griffin? We'll go with Griffith. What I love about this piece of art is like the contrast between Guts and Griffith. Like Griffith having these more lighter blue tones while Guts has these darker red tones. I think it looks really beautiful. And then the other one that I got was this printout of Callie from Hololive, because she's one of the VTubers that I do follow, and I think she's really funny. And this was just like a cool printout. And if you want to see more BlueFayt's artwork, I'm going to leave her details in the description down below, guys, so go check her out. And the other piece of artwork I got was from a lady called Rose Mitcho. I hope I'm saying that right, Rose. So the first artwork that I got from Rose was this lovely Avatar Last Airbender one featuring Momo, which I think looks absolutely phenomenal. I went to Avatar panel, so I thought, you know, pretty fitting. Got this Chainsaw Man run featuring Denji and Pochita, which I think looks freaking badass, looks really cool. I got 3 Hunter x Hunter ones. So the first one is Kurapika, looking all menacing, about to take out the Phantom Troop, you know. Then I got Killua, about to assassinate someone. And then just being gone, you know, smiling gone. And the final one was a lovely one of pre-time skip Nico Robin, just looking like menacing thoughts, like her dark thoughts. I love it when Robin had like her dark thoughts. Like all 5 of these I think are absolutely phenomenal. I think Rose did a really good job. And I'm going to leave Rose's details in the description down below if you want to check out more of her artwork. Go check her out, guys. So yeah, guys, it's really tired right now. It's been a very long day of walking. And I've got 2 more days left of Comic Con left. So I'm probably going to hit the hay in a minute. So I'll see you all guys on Saturday. See you in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. Right, now, how did things go? So, I previously said that the Saturday I thought would be chaos, and I wasn't wrong. It was definitely chaos. It was a slaughter out there, jeez. It was so busy, So let's go to the very beginning. So, first thing I did is that I went to the Robert Sheehan panel. Oh no, it's not Robert Sheehan, it's Robert Sheehan. Robert Sheehan, sorry. So Robert Sheehan played Klaus in Umbrella Academy. But yeah, his panel was actually really good. He was really funny. He was just talking, he was just kind of like laying jokes off all the time. And his panel was pretty busy. It was a lot busier than the panels I went to on Friday. So yeah, his panel was actually really good. I was actually pleasantly surprised. Then we went on to a TrashTaste panel. And this is when the chaos started happening. So yeah, the boys came out. And it was basically like a normal TrashTaste episode. It was basically no different. It wasn't that actually weird seeing them in person. It was a little weird, but it wasn't like really weird. Like, I was like, oh, you're real. And they just felt like normal people when they were on stage. And then we got on to, it was basically a Q&A panel, so it was mostly just questions from the audience. So when they started letting people ask their questions, a swarm of people just got up, and the questions asked was a mixed bag, I'd say. There were some questions that were like pretty normal questions, I think that like quite sensible ones, and then there were some really weird ones, or maybe more inappropriate ones, I should say. There was people asking like Connor about his relationship status, which, you know, probably not appropriate. No, that's his business. You know, if he wants to talk about it, that's up to him. And then I think about halfway through, this is when it got really bad. This is when the chaos ensued. So a guy was asking his question, and then there's this shout in the crowd, and everyone was looking at what's going on. And then this guy just runs up onto the stage and sort of plops down next to Joey on the sofa. And Joey looked really uncomfortable. He started like shuffling away. It was like really, really weird. The boys were like, for a moment, like they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what was going on. So during the panel, there's basically no security at all. So the guy just was able to get straight up onto the stage. And then he eventually sort of just got up and ran screaming off the stage and out of the main stage area. And it was like weird. And everyone in the audience just was like, what the hell was going on? The boys seemed, for like quite a few minutes, were completely stunned. It was absolutely crazy. It was like really uncomfortable. I imagine for them it must have been really terrifying for a minute there. Like they didn't know what this guy was going to do. No one knew what he was going to do. Thankfully he didn't get violent or anything. And the boys eventually sort of recovered. They sort of got back to the questions. Everyone sort of tried to laugh it off. And the panel tried to carry on as normal, but it was very strange. It was very strange. The TrashTaste fans are enthusiastic, and these are British fans. I mean, I would dread to think what the Americans are going to be like. Dear God. So the panel ended. It was a really good panel, by the way, guys. Even with all the strange stuff that happened and that very weird man who came up onto the stage, it went well. They did speak about some TrashTaste specials. Apparently, they made a TrashTaste special before they left Japan that took 9 days to film, so that sounds like it's going to be a very big thing. And they also said that they plan to do a TrashTaste special in a foreign country, which I assume is going to be America.
Did they just kill an entire fucking cow? That's Stoney, come to me.
After the TrashTaste panel ended, the boys were going to be doing autographs, so I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the autograph fair. I'm going to get the guys to write my autograph book. But unfortunately, the queue was already closed. So when I got there, the queue was already massive. It was even worse than what it was on the Friday. Literally, they were the only ones who had to like bring out extra chain railings, literally, to file all the people in. When I got there, I was told that the autograph signing had been closed for like 2 hours. So even if I hadn't gone to the panel, I would have never been able to get into the queue. So it was literally impossible to get a signature. So I was really disappointed when that happened, when I found that out, you know? Because that was the only day Garnt was there, so, you know, I wouldn't be able to get Garnt's signature. No, you gotta deal with it. They're very popular, and, you know, it's just how things are, you know? You gotta live with it. So my plan has basically been derailed at this point, so I wasn't too sure what to do. Originally, I was going to go to Sydney's panel and then go to Sydney's autograph signing. However, now I was worried that if I went to Sydney's panel, I wouldn't be able to get her autograph. Yeah, so I had to pick basically, and I chose to go with the autograph and photography. It was a tough decision. I'm sure I missed a legendary panel. You know, that was my choice, and I stick by that choice. I stick by it. So I was basically queuing. So it took about 3 hours to actually get Sydney's autograph from queuing, because she wasn't actually going to show up there for like 3 hours. She wasn't going to show up there for 3 hours, and that was really it was very boring. The queuing part kind of killed my enjoyment for the Saturday. You know, I stuck with it. I stuck through to the end. Some other weird stuff that happened is that while queuing for Sydney's autograph signing, some people were trying to hop into the TrashTaste queue. Thankfully, they got kicked out. So, like, karma, I guess. I think that's karma. Hey, it made it lying short for me, so points for me. I say, no, points for me. So once the TrashTaste autograph signing session had finished, there was one guy with like a Berserk volume who tried to get Garnt to sign it, who was like standing on the side before he left. And that Garnt was actually going to do it. He was actually going to sign it for the guy, but I think some of the staff said, no, we gotta go. I'm sure the guys wanted to sign everything for everyone and, you know, get photos with everyone. But if they did that, they'd be there all day. You know, it'd take forever for them to get through everyone. So once the guys actually left, two interesting things happened while I was queuing for Sydney. So this guy, he was wearing a Natsuki Subaru cosplay, and he was like a guy who asked a weird question during the TrashTaste panel. He was one of the slightly weird ones. He came back and went up to the desk and grabbed Garnt's like Gigguk panel, like his little sort of nameplate thing that they had on the desk, and he just took it and went off with it. I was like, what? This guy's just gone off with the Garnt's Gigguk panel and just walked off with it. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on, guys? What's going on? That guy was definitely one of the crazy fans. He was one of the crazy ones, that's for sure. Another moment that happened is that Connor actually came out later on after their signing had finished, and he was kind of going incognito mode. He was basically just wearing a mask and sunglasses. It wasn't the best incognito mode. I mean, he was literally dressed exactly the same as he was during his panel. He was just wearing a mask and sunglasses. He got pretty much noticed straight away, and a bunch of people started swarming him. Like a lady who was in the queue for Sydney's autograph actually jumped out of the queue to go get a picture with him, and like she was like scrambling through the chain. She got tangled up in the chains. It was a bit funny. And Connor, I think like halfway through, while these people were swarming him, he realised that, oh, this isn't working, so he took off the sunglasses. And I feel so bad for Connor, so he eventually just kind of walked back to like the guarded off area, and he was like had this face of like disappointment to one of the stewards who was standing there. It was like, you know, I felt so bad for the guy. I'm not sure if he was just trying to explore the con, maybe, just have a little walk around. Connor, mate, I love you, man, but you need to come up with a better disguise if you're gonna go in incognito mode. You know, at least maybe change your clothes or something. But yeah, so I felt really bad for Connor. I think that's one thing that I think the guys are probably gonna have a lot of issues having at other conventions going forward, is just being able to explore the convention, because I think they're just gonna get noticed pretty much instantly. And when they do, there's probably just gonna be a bunch of people swarming them. So I feel bad for them. That they probably maybe might have lost that to some degree. So yeah, Sydney. Let's talk about Sydney. Yeah, SnipSnip, the queen of degeneracy herself. I'm sure she's Mrs. Anime Zone at this point. Yeah, she was lovely. She was really nice. So I got up there, we had like quick chat. I congratulated her on the wedding. I asked her how her panel went, and yeah, it went pretty well. Had some photographs done. She did her classic no peace sign. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. She was absolutely lovely. So any sort of disappointment was not to do with Sydney at all. It was more just the queuing time, which just resolved her popularity, you know? So after getting Sydney's autograph and photo taken with her, but then I actually had opportunity to meet John, Super Eyepatch Wolf. So he was actually doing a meetup at 4, which was when Sydney was starting her autographs, but thankfully he was still there where he was meeting people. So now John was an absolute delight to meet. When I got there, he was really spending time talking to people, getting to know them a little bit. He would spend, I think, at least a good 4 or 5 minutes. So it was a good, nice long chat with every person he was meeting. You know, he took photos with everyone. He was an absolute delight. When I got up to him, he was really nice. I shook his hand, I introduced myself, and we just talked about, how was I finding the convention. I told him it was my first time. I asked him how he's been finding it, and he's like, yeah, it's not been too different. I asked him about his Berserk video, because that was a video that I really liked on his channel. Asked him how long it took to make, how his thoughts on it. Had a little bit of talk about that. And then towards the end, I asked him, could I have his autograph? Oh wait, that reminds me. The autographs, I should show you the autographs. So this was Sydney's autograph. Yeah, so she's put like a really nice little smiley face in there. So yeah, that's quite sweet. So John did his autograph, and he did like a lovely little diagram of his Super Eyepatch Wolf logo. So that's really cool that he took the time to do that. That's really awesome. Thank you, John, for that. I really appreciate it. It's a lovely signature. So yeah, John, and it was an absolute delight. I was really glad I got to meet him. Now after that, I had not eaten anything since breakfast at this point. I got out my banana, ate my banana, had some water, try and get my energy back up. Got my Milky Way, the Milky Way saved me. Then I was on my way again. So there was a few things I saw on the Friday that I thought, oh, maybe I'll buy that, maybe I'll buy that. So a few of them I got on the Saturday. So first I'm going to show you a print that I got, a piece of artwork from Datcravat. And guys, every time I said Datcravat, I think it's actually meant to be Datcravat. So sorry I got that wrong, Datcravat. So what I got was this lovely Jinx artwork. Now I know nothing about League of Legends, but I really loved Arcane. I think Jinx was an amazing character. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get this. It's really, really nice. I'm really happy I got this. I'll leave Datecrat's info in the description below if you want to check out their other work. So overall, guys, Saturday was good. Overall, it was really good. It's just that the queuing time it killed a bit of my enjoyment. Like I said, mixed bag. You take the good with the bad, but we're going to focus on the positives. Lovely to meet Sydney. It was lovely to meet John, and it was great to see the TrashTaste panel. So right. So let's talk about Sunday. What happened on Sunday? So what happened today? So when I woke up in the morning, I was very contemplative about the events that happened the previous day, all what happened. I didn't manage to get Garnt's signature, sadly. I was very disappointed about that. So I was deciding if I should try and get Joe and Connor's signature today. And I decided that I wasn't going to, sadly. The reasons for that is that, and I didn't want to spend 4 out of my 5 hours just queuing. But there's always next time, there's always another convention. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so let's talk about what I did today. So for the Sunday, for the final day of Comic Con. So as of the recording of this video, I've been watching Spy X Family weekly, and I'm absolutely loving the show. So when I saw this print, I had to get it. So it's this absolutely lovely Spy Family print with Lloyd, Yor, and Anya. And if you can see in the background, the sort of shadows for Lloyd and Yor has their spy and assassin personas as well. So I thought that was like a really nice little added detail added in. So this was done by a lady called Rorobun. So I'll leave Rorobun's details in the description below if you want to check out her other artwork. So first thing I did after I got my print is that I went to the Avatar panel, and again it was kind of like a Q&A kind of thing. But this time there was a host as well. They talked about, you know, their podcast Avatar Braving the Elements. And it was a really good panel. So after that, I stayed on the main stage area because Joey and Connor were doing a panel afterwards.
Hi.
And this panel was a lot more ordered, I guess, after the events of the previous day, after what happened yesterday. They had security this time, guys. They had security, so there wasn't anyone rushing up on the stage. And they didn't have a Q&A section at all for this one. Maybe that's because of the types of questions they were getting asked. I think the people running MCM realised, okay, we need to make this a lot more ordered and we need to add some security. So that's good that they had their security there. So it's basically the hosts who did the Avatar panel also did their panel. The host got Joey and Connor to make some poses, I guess. Some funny faces. Joey went for it reluctantly.
Get every angle of that.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me for help.
Help me.
That was pretty good. That was good. Aye.
Connor did it very reluctantly.
Your turn.
I'm bricked up. I'm
Yes,
not
Mom, let's see your
No.
Your turn.
No.
Go.
Hi guys. How's this?
That's so unfair. That's so
No,
unfair.
you're good. I'm terrible.
But yeah, it was really enjoying, again, have Connor and Joey's banter. It was a really good panel overall. So after Joey and Connor's panel, I basically just explored the stalls, so the retail stalls and the Artist Alley stalls. So I actually went back to Datcravat's stall, where I got the Jinx printout from. I thought, you know what? I need something that represents Gen 4, you know? I need something that represents my generation of Pokemon. So I thought, who better to represent Gen 4 than the Queen of the Pokemon League herself? I got a lovely Cynthia printout. And it also comes with Garchomp. So again, Datcravat's art is really, really clean. It's really clean, it's really polished. So I was very happy with getting this. And finally, I got 4 other pieces of artwork from a artist called SnipSnip. So first I got this Ray poster with these really nice light blue colours. Then I got this Shinji poster, which has like AV Unit 1 in it and all like the angels in the background. It's him on the train, which is sort of like a green tinge to it. Then I got the Asuka one, which is red themed and has AV Unit 2 in it. Her doll in it as well. So obviously that kind of reference to her flashback scene in Ava. And finally I got the poster for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2, Battle Tendency, because JoJo's Star is my favourite JoJo, and Part 2 is my second favourite part out of the parts I've seen. Again, it's like a lovely purple tinge to it. You got the Pillar Men up here, and you got Lisa, Caesar, and Joseph at the bottom there. And yeah, they're just really beautiful posters, I think. I think the art style is really, really nice. And it kind of gives you sort of summarizes either their character or the show themselves. Like this one obviously got all the clones of Ray here. And again, SnipSnip's details will be in the description below if you want to check out their other work. I highly recommend it. There's lots of beautiful posters from a lot of different series in her portfolio, so definitely go check her out. So, overall, what are my thoughts on Comic Con? I think it's absolutely great. I'm definitely going back next year. It was a great experience for my first time, I would say. And I wish I'd gone sooner, to be honest. Oh, and also some lovely artwork as well. Like I said, you know, any of the artists that I spoke about in this video, you know, their details will be in the description below. You know, go check them out if you're interested in any of their artwork. Alright guys, yeah, I guess that wraps everything up. I'm very tired right now, so I'm going to bed. It's very late and I've been walking around for 3 days straight and I need to sleep. I need to sleep. I really need to sleep. Oh god. Okay. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments if you've had any weird con experiences or any good con experiences. No, did you get to meet someone you really wanted to? Or did you come across any weird stuff that just went down while you were there? And yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe guys. And I'll see you all next time. Josh Ruff out. Peace. Peace out. Everybody.